Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tharun and I'm a third year student at IIT Kharagpur. And today's video is going to be a bit different from the rest of the videos that I've ever posted on this channel. Listen, since last 3 years, I've never really sat down to study seriously for any of the exams that I've ever given in the college. And since this lockdown happened, I've barely even attended the classes. And all I ever did was to join the Meet on the Teams app and do whatever I like until I join the next class. Today is March 16 and I have an exam on March 18. And I don't even know the syllabus. And that is not the problem. The problem is that I don't give a fuck about the exam. Why? Because the end result is not gonna depend on the fact that I have studied for the exam or not. It just depends upon whether I have a stable internet connection and WhatsApp. But deep down, something didn't feel right. The same person who used to study for 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day and 14 hours a day just to score well in the weekend exam doesn't even know the syllabus for the exams he's writing right now. So then I decided, I still have a day, so let me just give it a try. Let me just study for the sake of studying today, for the sake of learning something new. But how long do you think I would be able to study? Let's put 10 hours as the baseline. And as James Clear says in the book Atomic Habits, that you should cut out your possible distractions and create an environment which promotes success. So my biggest distraction is my phone. So I'm gonna take out my phone and start recording a time-lapse video on it so that I don't use it for the entire day. So let's get started. So while this time-lapse video runs at 25x in the background, let's discuss a few steps to score well in any exam and some techniques to study. Obviously, I'm not the most knowledgeable person to talk about this, but number 1, someone can potentially learn something from the things I talk in this video. So even if one person can get benefited, then I would be more than happy to do it. Number 2, there's nothing wrong to put out something positive on the internet, and I love talking about this, so let's start. Number 1, create your study environment. In the book Atomic Habits, James Clear says motivation is overvalued. Environment often matters more. And I think it's true. No matter how motivated you feel at a point of time, it only takes that one damn message, call or a notification from that one person to destroy everything. So before you turn that one peek into the phone to an endless amount of wasted time, just get rid of your phone. Leave it in some other room while you study. Number 2, adapt the Pomodoro technique. If you have never heard of this term, listen to it once. The Pomodoro technique is a time management system where you break your workday and work straight for 25 minutes with 5 minutes of breaks. Personally, 25 minutes seems to be a small amount of time for me. So I'll break my study time into 45 minutes of work and 10 minutes of breaks in between. Similarly, you can choose the time period according to your preference. But don't forget to adapt this. Now once you have created your space to study, now let's come to the actual process of scoring well in an exam. And let's divide this into 4 parts, and each of these parts is equally important as the rest. Part A. Know the syllabus. I mean properly.
Bro, what's the syllabus for DOM exam?
It's from G1 to G6 part 5.
Acha, total how many PDFs are there?
There are 9 periods with an average of, I guess, 15 pages per period.
Acha, ठीक है. Fine man. So thank you. Bye.
Part B. Gather your resources. Believe me, even before you sit to study something, you need to collect everything that you are planning to study. If you don't, you are creating your own distraction, as you will have to call someone to send you the necessary files while you are studying. So it's always better to have a separate folder having the necessary files, or a place where you put the required books before you sit for studying. Part C. Studying. There isn't any fixed way to do this, as everyone has their own method. But I found a video by Abdaal where he explains how to study for exams, and I found it really interesting. I'll provide the link in the description. You must watch this video if you have never watched it before. And the last and the most important part is the exam. Whatever you have done before the exam is less than half the battle. There were times when I didn't study much for the exam, but the exams relatively went well. But sometimes when I studied the whole night, I actually dozed off in the exam, and I fucked up real bad. I mean, really bad. And don't forget to click the submit button before the exam ends, else. Let's stop talking now and see where Tharun is. Okay, that's more than 10 hours for today, and I'm actually glad that I've made it this long. It's time to sleep now, and if you have liked this video, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach 500 subs by the end of this month, and the best is yet to come. Thank you for watching. Bye.